I am live. Hi, dear friends. This is Wasima Isran. Hope all is well for you. I'm joining you here on YouTube. After some time, I forgot where was the last time I came on YouTube. Let me check. It was um, 3 weeks ago. It was 3 weeks ago, and I did a video about books 2 months ago, and I wanted to do a second video about books, and I promised you to do it, but I was kind of my health was not great the last few months, so I'm taking time to take care of my health and also to create. I am in the creation process, and also a lot of introspection and a lot of inner work this year. I was not expecting that, so I'm sorry about the delay, and I hope you can enjoy this video. Just a reminder, some reminders. This week is my birthday, so I just put 15% off some decks, uh, tarot and oracles on my website, coremagic.com. So if you want, there is a deck you wanted to get, this is kind of my way to celebrate with you. Trying to fix, okay, here is better. Trying to celebrate in my way, in these times we cannot really meet our friends, we cannot see the family because we cannot travel and so on. So it's like instead of waiting for people to give us, I wanted to give and to celebrate with the family online. We have been all having these connections online, whether it's for work or for writing, creative exploration, and so on. So I hope you enjoy it. Now, for the title, I wrote books to learn and travel through the year, because on my previous book, I suggest you watch it if it's not the case yet. I was talking about books that can travel with us through the year, because sometimes we do not have time to learn or to read because we are busy or life's getting difficult. So I wanted to find books that can travel with me through the year, with my life and through my life, and that I can find every week or every month. And in that way, I keep track, I keep something like a shelter, or maybe like a small house to return to every month, to regenerate, to learn, to find kind of a friend. So this is the idea about this type of books, and I don't know if I will have a different title for that. I don't know if you have any idea about a title for this type of books, please let me know. So books that can be our friend for the year. So last time I talked about many books. I won't show all of them again, but I talked about this one, and it's an update in a way to let you know where I am. I started using tarot for the healing heart, and I'm kind of in the 44th page. So I'm going through it slowly, but I started doing that since January, and it's a profound book. I like it. I really like it. I like this tone of intimate discussion. And also understanding, like Christine Jett has very good understanding of what we can feel, when we are uh, suffering, or when we need healing for our mind and body. So it's an embodied book, and I really like it. Another book that I mentioned in the last video is Writing on as a Path of Awakening. I'm so much enjoying this book. I'm so much enjoying it. I'm really loving it, and it goes month by month. So now I just did for March, and yeah, this book is really. I didn't know about this author, and reading this book makes me want to see his other books. So I will check this. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know it's amazing. It's an amazing book. Other additions that I am working with, because the other books I will show you, I didn't start yet. So other additions, I started working, oh my God, I put my cup of tea over it. This journaling with the feminine and masculine, and it came in February. That's why I started with it a bit later. And it's a journal and book that comes with the feminine and masculine deck. And I am doing kind of 2 cards per month. I already did 3 cards for the moment. And the idea is to explore an aspect, to pick a card, and to explore the aspects, different aspects of this card, um, you know, and delve in with it, not just exploring, but just like feeling it to for some days or for some weeks. And I'm the one who created this with Salma, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm proud that I have created this tool with the cards. I'm really proud of this work, really proud. Another book that I have, I'm sure you know about or maybe not, challenge 365 day challenge. It's in English and French. And I have been working on the second book. So it's like with this type of challenges, I do them in advance. So I'm doing kind of like maybe a challenge or two per month, creating them. So it's like for me, delving into this type of challenges in advance for you. So I'm writing that book with other collaborators, and I hope it get out maybe this year. I'm really impatient. So these are the books, and books, journals that I have been that I'm using since the beginning of the year. This one, another one is the dream journals. I have created it also. It's on Amazon. So these are what I am using. Now I will show you, oh yes, two other books, not journals. I have been using, and I'm still using, and I will continue using them for sure. And I don't know if I talked about this one by Normandy Ellis, Feasts of Light. So Normandy Ellis, if you don't know her, please check her name, check her books online. She is an amazing person. She's priestess. She's high priestess, and she's an author. She's specialist about ancient Egyptian mysteries. And she's my teacher. She teaches also in my school. She's an amazing person. So this book. So if you don't know this book, Feasts of Light, it's celebrating the different festivities and special days of ancient Egypt, put into the actual calendar. For example, let me check the dates so that you have an idea. So, okay, you have the festival calendar of ancient Egyptians, and here you have all the dates and the festivities, and the life cycle or the meaning in a way of the celebration. For example, today we are in March, so Parmoti, it's called Parmoti. We have the 5th, and between the 5th and the 13th of March, so there is the blessing of the fleets by Isis. Isis births Horus the younger, Hathor births Ihai. And here you see the meaning, and then you go and you read about these festivities in the book. So for example, the 13th of March would be like within 2 days. Yes. Check it in here. Okay. So here you find Isis births Horus the younger, and etc. And you find, for example, appropriate for days that celebrate the spring equinox, motherhood, the main theme, sisterhood, fertility, initiating an enterprise, family celebrations, protection, coming of age. And then Normandy shares a little bit about the story. And what I love about her writing is she puts there is like traveling between the ancient times and her life. So she speaks about the ancient Egypt, how they used to celebrate them. She brings these stories there, and then she gives you exercises, planting seeds, planting intentions. So she gives you an exercises to celebrate this festivity, this special date in modern days. So I mean, if you are into Egypt and ancient Egypt, this is an amazing book. I had it difficilement, as we say in English. It was hard to have it because it was in second-hand book, because I couldn't find the new one. So if you find it, enjoy this book. Another big book in Portuguese. Starting to learn Portuguese. I always say I'm starting just like, and I think I'm elemental on staying at that at that level. Anyway, so there is this book I found in um, the festival the livros the of books, festival of books, and this book has I don't know how much um, I don't know how much paintings that are about Mary in this book, and it's really interesting to have, for example, one painting and reading about its meaning, even if I don't understand everything in the explanation is not that gorgeous. I don't. It's not like very spiritual. It's really basic. But just contemplating these paintings. Some weeks, or I have been doing that since the last December, since December or November, December, and I find it really interesting because I'm not into Christianity. I'm not Christian. I've never, I know what is Christianity. I've lived with people who believe in these teachings and religion, but. What I mean is that I don't have preconceptions or something like that about the paintings. So I would discover them as a virgin in a way. So yeah, I have been really enjoying this one too. Okay, now I will show you 3 more books that I have got, and I didn't explore yet, but that might be interesting for you to check them. So the first one is The Unearthed Soul, A Journey Beyond Yourself. It's a kind of famous book. I had it actually for some years, and I have like read through quickly, but I didn't do the process. But I find it very interesting to, in this category of step by step, month by month. I find it really interesting because the way it's cut. For example, you have awakening consciousness, experiencing energy, freeing yourself, going beyond, and living life. So there is kind of process, a teaching process, a learning process. I love this. I really love this kind of writings, because it doesn't put you in one subject, but instead it draws a journey and you follow it. The way it is written is really, from what I have seen, is easy, simple, to the heart. I wouldn't suggest it for maybe advanced people in spiritual and mystic teachings, because it might get a little bit boring maybe for you. So but if you want to remind yourself about some things, and I think it would be interesting. Another book that I am so impatient to discover it, but at the same time I don't know when I will do it. I am not sure I will do it this year, maybe next year, and maybe in a group, if a group is interested by doing this work. So it is Arturian Magic. First, let me say something. I don't know if I talked about John Matthew and Kathleen Matthews in this channel, but I mean, I love their work. I love their contribution. I admire these people. I admire these authors so much, and I hope one day maybe I can invite them in this channel to, maybe for an interview. I would be so much honored. But yeah, this book is a book. It's a book. And what is better than doing things step by step with this type of books, and month by month or week by week? So this book dives into the Arturian magic. Arturian means King Arthur, the quest of the Grail. It has many ceremonies and rituals. And also what I like is in part 2 they cut it. There is an ear in Camelot, and you go through these chapters. By you can go quicker or slower, but it offers you this possibility. It is made in order for you to go there step by step. And when I'm talking about this way of doing with books, there is something that comes to my mind is dedication and devotion. These words are coming to my consciousness at the moment, and asking myself, how can I be dedicated for a long term, for a topic? Because we have been conditioned to jump from one thing to another, and to learn quickly. We have learned to get bored easily from things, and we didn't. In our culture, we don't learn how to be dedicated for long term. For example, in martial arts, you might do the same thing for years and years and years. And every time you learn something. So how can I keep this patience and this devotion and this dedication for something, even if sometimes I lose this interest? How can I keep the motivation within for something and doing it again and again and again and again? And maybe in that repetition and coming back to it, maybe there is some profundity. Maybe there are things that I can learn beyond the first level that can dive deep. So this is what is coming to my mind when I talk about this type of books. Another book, and oh yeah, I forgot to show you these too. um, Actually, by the same author, Kathleen Matthews, The Celtic Spirit Daily Meditation for the Turning Year. So this book also is really amazing. This one I'm using it. I don't know why I forgot to show it. So you will find, for example, today is the 11th of March. So you'll find for every day a topic. So today, Horizons New. Look, a mirage like a round rim, a strange wizard's masterpiece about us. An old line that's not there, a boundary that never ends. Just as physical horizons lie just out of reach of our observation, so spiritual horizons stretch beyond our imaginative vision. The new navigators and explorers of our times are those who wish to map the territories that lies beyond spiritual horizons. And it goes on. And then Kathleen leaves you with a question at the end. What shimmers on the horizon between the words when you meditate? So there is this. I really love this type of approach, and this is. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. I'm loving the profundity that it has. I don't see it for every day. I just see it for some days when I feel it, and it's always here. And I don't know why I forgot it. Another book. Two more books, and then I finish. Another book is the 365 Ways of Walking the Red Road. So some of you know that I come from Canada, and I feel like really close to the First Nations, even if they are not my physical ancestors, but I feel that are my spiritual ancestors. So with this book, I wanted to have to be linked to them, to keep, even if I travel now, I'm in Europe. I wanted to keep that, connection, and I wanted something for daily practice. So when I found that, I found it was like, oh, this is really interesting. It has 365 days. It reminds me of my book of challenges with tarot and oracle. Yeah, let's have it. But I must say it is kind of basic. So it commemorates, the teachings and wisdom of the Native Americans, but I wished it could have more. So let me give you an example for today. I never want to leave this country. All my relatives are lying here in the ground, and when I fall to pieces, I'm going to fall to pieces here. So this is the teaching or the wisdom for today. And then there is another section says, did you know acoustic is a device used by Native Americans to strike an enemy? And it was a great achievement to strike the enemy without wounding them or without their knowledge of the presence of the person coping. So this part of like, do you know or remember this or this day, I found it like a bit not speaking much to me. But anyway, this is one of the books. Last book, I'm not using it, but I have seen, what it is about. It's called A Course in Mastering Alchemy, and it's Tools to Shift, Transform, and Ascend by Jim Self and Roxanne Burnett. I mean, if you don't know these people, check them out. They carry a big. I mean, I really appreciate them. They have wisdom. And I like their vibe. I really like their vibe. So they wrote this book that is filled with wisdom, with different steps, and also they come with online material, so videos that you might find. So this is Jim, and this is Roxanne, who is her companion, his companion. So it talks about alchemy. So just a second. We have 4 big parts of this book, and there are lessons. So you have lesson 1, 2, 3, etc., and it goes on. So you can do one course and then wait till the next month. You can do 2 courses. They are kind of easy, if you meditate and so on. They are kind of easy. You don't need to, they are not very heavy for the mind or something like that. Instead, they are very good for the energy because there are meditations, a connection to the light. If you are into this teaching, about Reiki or energy healing, I think that this book would be maybe interesting for you. You connect with teachers of light, the matrix, talking about the matrix, talking about the Holy Spirit in an ascended, way. So it's a very interesting book. There are drawings within, exercises, how to establish a grounding cord, success story. So there is this parts that make this book very alive. Online sources, so I won't put them, but there is online sources available with videos, tools, other exercises. Oh, talking about how to use the rose. This is really interesting because we last year we have initiated the Temple of Roses, where we initiate priestesses to the healing modalities of roses and their magic. So yes, this is another book that can be with you during the year. Okay, I'll stop here because if not, I will add more books. And we are already 23 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what book spoke to you more. What type of books do you have, in this category, and maybe what name can we give it, Don't forget there is a discount for today, 15% off of coremagic.com. I will put the link below. And keep yourself updated with our newsletter. I'm mostly communicating through newsletter, and maybe sometimes I will pop up here. So have a nice day. Enjoy your week. Bye bye.